Get ready with me while I tell you about the time I convinced my cousin that her celebrity crush was texting her. This was the most devious thing I've ever done, and I think she still has like secret animosity towards me. So my cousin was a huge Justin Bieber fan. She was a huge believer. I mean, I know every girl was obsessed with him back in like what, I think this was 2012, 2013. But she was on a whole other level. Posters on her walls. I'm pretty sure she would kiss goodnight. She was convinced she was gonna marry him. If she knew that he would marry Hailey Bieber, she would have just like offed herself then. I don't think. And God forbid if her mom didn't play the Believe album in the car, she would throw a tantrum. Okay, I think you get it. But anyways, one day we wanted to have a sleepover that we probably had to beg our moms to have by performing a dance routine for them. If you know, you know. And by the way, we were both around like 10 years old at this point. I don't know. But to get to the point, I decided to download this like anonymous texting app, and somehow I would be able to text her from my iPod and automatically make the contact name say Justin Bieber. I was basically secretly texting her pretending to be Justin freaking Bieber. I don't remember exactly what I said, but eventually she was like, Emily, guess who is texting me? I was like, OMG, who? What are they saying? Girl, you know damn well. You know damn well you are the one texting her right beside her. You're so fake. Like, she literally believed it, guys. Like, she didn't believe it. She believed it. Believed. I can't remember what I was texting her, but I was basically making her believe that Justin Bieber was, like, rizzing her up. Like, whoever he was with, I don't think it was Selena Gomez yet. But whoever he was with, I was making her think that he was cheating on her with my cousin. This girl was freaking out. Oh my god, Justin Bieber's texting me, Emily, oh my god. It was more like high-pitched squeals, like, oh my god, he's asking me to marry him. But, she basically could believe it because, like, I knew everything about her. It was me texting her. Like, she thought that he knew her name and all this stuff. I have no idea how we kept the conversation going for, like, hours because I knew nothing about Justin Bieber. We had been chilling on the bed, literally sitting right next to each other, and I noticed that she stopped texting me. She stopped texting Justin. This girl was leaving Justin Bieber on red. Like, how disrespectful, but... She wasn't texting him, and I was confused because she was still on her phone, and I was like, has he texted you? And she just, like, gave me a look and, like, didn't say anything, and I was like, oh, I guess at some point she had seen in the corner of her eye my phone, like, the same conversation, me on the prank texting app, and, she was pissed. She was like, so it was you the whole time? And I was like, yeah. I don't remember exactly how it went down, because this was 10 years ago, but I'm pretty sure she was more sad than mad at me. I don't remember if she cried, but she got pranked hard, guys. She forgave me eventually. No hard feelings. I wonder if she even remembers this. Probably not. It was probably so traumatizing for her that she, like, deleted it from her brain or something. No, I'm kidding, but if she sees this, I can't imagine she would be mad at me for posting this. Like, I didn't even say her name, but yeah, I don't mean to, like, embarrass you, girl, but it's just, like, really funny to me. Sorry. She really thought she was gonna be one less lonely girl. Bye, all my believers.
Shady ways people have acted once they found out that I have a little bit of a following. Okay, the first one is actually quite diabolical. A few months ago, one of my story times gotten viral, and I was talking about, like, a friend that, like, just did me wrong. And one of my friends reached out to me and really wanted to know who I was talking about, so I told her, like, duh, I'm not gonna, like, keep tea in, the fuck? Mind you, I thought this was a friend I could trust, okay? So she texted me and she's like, oh, who's this story about? I told her, right? So after I told her who it was about, she basically resent me that same video that she already asked, who's this video about? And she literally texted me again and she was like, you'll never guess who this video is about. She was gonna chismosea to somebody else and tell somebody else who my video was about and mistakenly text me. Like, really, bitch? Like, if you're gonna chismosea and, like, talk about it with somebody else, at least add me into that fucking group chat. And now I'll never know who she was trying to send that to. Like, who are you trying to send that to? Needless to say, we're not friends anymore. Because, like, why are you spreading my tea around town? No, thank you. Okay, the next one, I got my hair done from this, like, kind of famous stylist, like, in my area. And she knew that I had, like, somewhat of a TikTok following. Okay, so when we were planning the appointment, we settled on a price, right? And please tell me why, as soon as I got there, she wanted to change the price. A little bit of a backstory. A few weeks before I went into her, like, salon, I basically posted a video, like, trying to encourage others to, like, do content creation. And I shared how much I made in, like, 2 months. Honestly, I regret doing. Like, you should never share how much you make online. because a lot of people get jealous and like they spread that evil eye. But regardless, I sat in her chair, she did my hair, everything's cool, everyth's chill, and then please tell me why she's like, oh, actually I would like to add like another $100 on top of the price. So and I was like, oh, like why is that? And then she just basically said, don't be cheap, like you make this amount of money in 2 months. Basically using what I said to promote other people to do content creation against me. Like, and then she was just like, why are you negotiating? Like, why are you trying to be cheap? When literally all I asked was, why are you like bumping it up another $100? But like every single time I would ask her like, why do you need to charge me an additional $100? She would not respond that. She would just be like, oh, because like, you know, like you make this amount of money in this amount of months. Okay, so you're charging me more because I make more money. Oh, okay. It would be reasonable if she said something like, oh, like it just took longer, it took more effort, it took more materials, but she was not saying any of that. She just kept on bringing up how much I used to make, which is actually very unprofessional. But whatever, I just paid her and now I know like I'm not going to her again. This is a finished makeup routine. I will be posting more on YouTube, so please go subscribe. The link is in the bio. As always, I love you guys so much. Bye!
Story time on how I pulled down a boy's pants in pre-K. Yeah. Okay, so to start off, I went to like a private school, so literally everyone was like in the same class. So me and my friends were like casually playing at recess, and they were like just like making up random games. Okay, so do you guys know those like spider web things? It's basically like a dome, and you can like go inside of it. So we decided that we were gonna walk around in a circle, crouching down, and try to look at each other's underwear color. What a fun game! Also, guys, we were like literally 5, so... Anyway, we were like playing our game, giggling the whole time, and then this little boy jumps up on top of it and like holds himself up. Guys, I don't know what was going on in my head at this moment. And little side note, I like never got in trouble at school as a kid. I was terrified of getting in trouble. But for some reason, little Sophia decided to grab his pants and pull them down. Yeah. And he had his like little Daniel Tiger underwear on. So now he like jumps down and he's literally standing there with his underwear. I didn't pull down everything, it was just his like pants. In this moment, I vividly remember like my stomach sinking. I was like, oh my god, what did I just do? And I was so embarrassed, my whole face turned so red. But honestly, he probably was so much more embarrassed, so I feel so bad. I don't know if I thought he was like part of the game or something. So obviously he pulled his pants back up and he went and told the teacher. And I like never got in trouble, so I was like, oh my gosh. So then the teacher came over, I don't remember exactly what they said. This was like 10 years ago. But I just remember having to sit on the bench. I was so ashamed. That same day, I got like pulled aside from class by the principal, and she started like questioning me on like what happened and all this stuff. And I also remember her like accusing me of pulling down everything, which I know for a fact I didn't. So I was just like so mad when she kept accusing me of pulling down everything, because that would have been way different. Obviously I got in trouble, and my punishment was going to be that I would have to like stay in from recess. My parents even like emailed the school, I think, because I was like so upset about it, and they were like explaining that I was only 5 and all this stuff. So I think I ended up getting like some punishments taken away. Okay guys, but the funny thing is I literally found this kid. I didn't even realize it, but he goes to my school. So I literally see him on a daily basis, and I always like wonder like if he knows what I did to him in pre-K. He probably like knows, but I don't know if he knows it's me. So if you got your pants pulled down in pre-K by a girl, I'm so sorry, and I shouldn't have done it. So please forgive me. I'm sorry for all the embarrassment you went through. If you guys want more stories of me getting in trouble, comment. But yeah, that's the story. Bye guys.
Get ready with me while I tell you guys the story on why, to this day, I still cannot sleep with all of the lights off. A couple months ago, I told this exact story to you guys, but my best friend was telling me about her weird, creepy experience with a different little boy that she babysat. So I was like, okay, maybe I should retell it on TikTok. Because when I tell you I still have nightmares about this little boy, I still have nightmares about this creepy little boy that we used to babysit. I'm literally getting chills even thinking about this story, but let's get right into it. So we babysat this little boy every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday morning. His mom was a stay-at-home mom, and she had 3 different jobs, so she definitely needed help, and we helped her out and basically had her kid for 3 days straight. For starters, this little boy was around 5 years old, and he wasn't nonverbal, but he never spoke around us. We never really questioned it because kids work in mysterious ways. And I'm really emphasizing the mysterious on this little boy. I have a really big thing for little kids, and I love little kids, and I would always try to play with him, but every single time I tried to play with this little boy, this is what I would get. The big eyes with the weird look on his face. I got a spray tan and look how splotchy my face looks. But back to what I was saying, it's fine, like kids are weird sometimes, right? Oh, at least he liked to watch TV. Oh wait, never mind. He liked to stare at the blank screen on the TV. And if you tried to turn the TV on, he would look at you like this. Like Turn it off, bitch. I'm watching my blank screen. It would low-key creep me out a little bit because what in the world are you staring at a blank screen for hours on end before? Like, go watch some Coco Melon. Anyways, let's just skip to the most interesting part. It was a Friday night I will never forget. My bad, I take that back. It was a Thursday night and I woke up around 3 a.m. in the middle of the night. So at this point, it was Friday. You ever have that feeling where you wake up in the middle of the night and you are dying of thirst? Well, I was on the second floor. This was in my old house. Anyways, I was on the second floor. I was feeling a little bit lazy. I was like, my legs aren't gonna work right now. I am in the middle of sleeping. But man, was I craving a juice box. I wanted one so bad, but we didn't have any. Reminder, we didn't have any juice boxes. At this point, we were too broke to afford juice boxes anyway, so I know we did not have any in the house. Again, emphasizing we did not have any. As I'm going to get up to go find something to drink, probably tap water because again, we had nothing. This little boy walks in my room with a juice box. I didn't think anything of it. I took this juice box and I'm like, the Lord answered my prayers. Thank you so much. I said, thank you. He walked out of my room. I'm drinking the juice box. As I finish the juice box, I set it on my nightstand and I pull the covers over me to go back to sleep. I pop up. When I tell you, I was like, one, where did that juice box come from? Because I know we are too broke to have any in the house, like I said. Number two, why is the little boy up? Why is he up? Why is he up? Number three, how did he know I wanted a juice box? Because it is 3 a.m. It is way past his bedtime because his bedtime was 8:45. 8:45 p.m. You better be under the covers if you are under the age of 10 years old in that house. At this point, I know what you guys are all thinking because I was thinking the same. I'm like, we have babysat this little boy for how long? He is like family to us. Let me go back to sleep and stop overthinking. It's 3 a.m. You know, the demon's gonna get me. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Even after telling myself, Gianna, you are crazy, stop overthinking, I was still overthinking, so I went downstairs to see what he was doing and why he was up.
Go downstairs and he is asleep on the couch and I'm like, Gianna, you are insane. You are insane. You just imagined all of that.
As I'm walking back up the steps, my room is right here. Here's the bathroom. This is the hallway. All the lights in my room were on and a couple downstairs. The rest of the house was completely dark. I know I seen that little fucker. I seen him. He was in the hallway. He was not downstairs asleep. Even though I just went downstairs and I saw him asleep, he was right there. I feel like I'm reliving it in my head. He was right there. He was right there. How did he get there? I don't know. I don't know. He teleported? I don't know. And again, what's going through my mind is it's 3 a.m. Crazy things happen at 3 a.m. So I go grab my flashlight. I shine it to exactly where he was and he wasn't there. So I'm like, I am not going to be able to go to sleep if I know for a fact he is not still downstairs sleeping. So I went downstairs to check if he was still sleeping on the couch and he wasn't there. He was not there. Let me just start calmly telling this story. I come back upstairs and he was asleep in my bed. I can't calmly tell it. That motherfucker was asleep in my bed even though I just seen him every which way of the house. At this point, I am bamboozled. I lock myself in the bathroom and I'm like, I'm just gonna fall asleep in here. And then I was like, never mind, I am not comfortable. I ended up going back into my bedroom and he's still sound asleep on. But now there's a new problem. My juice box wrapper was missing. As I am going to get back into my bed and lay right next to him and go to sleep soundly and forget about it all, he turns around because he was facing the wall and he said, I threw it away for you. That's the first time I ever heard that motherfucker speak. Literally the first time I had ever heard his voice, and it was the cutest but creepiest voice ever. My makeup looks horrific today, but let me know if you guys want a part 2 because it just gets worse. You guys bye, and now that I'm retelling the story, I'm probably gonna have nightmares tonight. I'm creeped out all over again. Get ready with me while I give you guys a part 2 on the most creepy experience that I have ever had, aka the creepy boy that we used to babysit. This video ended up being super long, so I'm so sorry. Bear with me. I promise the plot is worth it. Since we have 10-minute videos now, there was no need for a part 3, so stick with me. So where we left off was that this was the first time that I have ever heard this little boy speak, and I was so spooked out that I slept with my mom that night. So after the first little creepy incident, nothing had happened for about 2 weeks straight until the next Thursday that he came 3 weeks later. So every time this 5-year-old little boy would come over and we babysit him, we would bring this little toy train, and it never failed. He brought the toy train every single time that he came. So on the Thursday that he came back, one of my friends named Abby was over. And yes, I already asked the mom of the little boy and my friend. They both said I can name drop. Her name was Abby and the little boy's name was Lander. Also, Abby had never been to my house before, not once. Every single time that we hung out, it would be at her house, and that also plays a big role. She knew none of my siblings, and she knew nothing about this little boy. She had no idea that this little boy never spoke. So while I was doing chores, aka cleaning the upstairs bathroom, she was downstairs playing with all the little kids. Mind you, I am the oldest of 6 younger siblings. siblings. Anyways, once I was finished cleaning the bathroom, she came back upstairs. We were sitting in my room and she was talking about how cute Ari is. A lot of you guys know who Ari is. That's my younger sister. And then she was like, did you know the little boy Lander down there does not like you? Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, excuse me, how do you even know that? Because this little boy never speaks. So how does she know that? So I was like, he physically told you that? She was like, yeah, like questioning, yeah. Again, this little boy does not speak to any of us, which genuinely made him so peaceful to watch because he never like really caused a problem other than when he wouldn't speak about what he wanted to eat, what he wanted to drink, stuff like that. Anyways, back to the story. She was like, he said that you think he's bad and you're very mean to him. And I'm sitting here in complete utterly shock. Like, why is he speaking more than one word to this girl that he has never met before when he's never speaking to us, when we have babysat him for literally over a year? So me and Abby both go to my mom and we tell her exactly what he said. And mind you, Abby is the sweetest girl out there. I haven't talked to her in a while. Abby, if you're watching this, I love and miss you. Anyways, we tell her what happened and her first reaction was like, oh my gosh, that's so great. Like, he never speaks to anyone. I'm so happy that he spoke to you. Yay, you need to come around more. Ha 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 ha. And then my mom sat here and screamed at me because he told Abby that I was mean to him when I'm not mean to this little boy. I love kids. But of course, my mom believes everything that everyone else says, but not me, not Gianna, not her daughter. So I got in trouble and I got screamed at. At that point, I was kind of mad at everyone because now I'm getting screamed at for literally something that I didn't do. Like, I am not mean to this little boy, and apparently I am mean to him according to him. According to the little boy that does not even speak. But again, my mom believes everything everyone else says. It's fast forward a couple hours. Nothing had happened between the couple hours. Me and Abby went up to my room. We were like hanging out, whatever, so we didn't really see the kids. I ended up going to the bathroom and I took a little bit too long. I was going so about 20 minutes goes by. By the way, it's about 1 a.m. at this point. I go back to my room and she's not in there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, where the heck is Abby? Like, she doesn't know her way around my house. Back downstairs and she is literally playing with the toy train with Lander. And I'm like, it's 1 a.m. My mom is going to beat all of our butts. She sees that he's up right now and we're playing with him. Again, we had a very strict bedtime in that house. Like, if you're under the age of 10 in that house, you had to be in bed by like 8:45, something like that. I don't really remember. Then I start feeling bad because she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea he came up with the toy train and he was like, play with me, play with me. And I'm like, girl, it's okay. He just needs to go to sleep. He lays on the couch. I put a blanket over him and me and Abby went back upstairs. A couple hours go by. Me and Abby end up falling asleep because it's like 3 a.m. at this point. I get woken up to a knock on my door and I'm a very heavy sleeper, so I was very surprised that it woke me up. Open my bedroom door and it's literally the toy train. He is nowhere to be found. No one is at my door. It's literally a toy train and I'm like, I'm being pranked right now. It's literally 3 a.m. Y'all all need to go to sleep. Stop trying to prank me because I heard a knock at my door and it's the toy train. But my 14-year-old self was literally freaking out. I wake up Abby. I'm like, Abby, please wake up, please wake up. Everything I told you about this little boy, it's real. Like, look at the toy train. Well, I'm like, I'm not about to be called crazy again. So I go to try to wake up my mom and she's like, get out of my room, I'm sleeping. It's 3 a.m. Get out of my room, I'm sleeping. I'm like, me and Abby decided to go downstairs to check this all out. And he was awake. And I'm like, I told you, Abby. I told you. That little motherfucker is creepy. This was a couple years ago, so I don't remember exactly where I went. I could have went to the bathroom. I could have went back up to my mom's room, one of my other siblings' room. I don't remember. But I just remember walking back into the living room and she gives me the biggest blank stare ever. And she's like, he wants to know why you took his toy train. Just like that. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to lose this friend over a creepy boy. At this point, I'm trying to get Lander to talk to me. And I'm like, hi, buddy. Just talk to me, please. She looks over at me and she goes, Gianna, he's not gonna talk to you. Like, with like mucus in her throat, like about to cry. Again, at this point, I have no idea why she's scared yet. At this point, this 5-year-old little boy is literally giving me the death stare like this. I'm like, let's go back upstairs. Right when we get back upstairs, she's like, I don't know what this is, Gianna, but I'm about to call my mom to come pick me up. At this point, I'm like, Abby, just tell me what he said. There has to be a logical reason for everything that's happened. I'm gonna try to quickly finish the story because this story ends in the most disturbing thing ever. So basically, she asked Lander, like, hey, buddy, why'd you put the train by our door? And he was like, I didn't, she did, and pointed to the corner of the room. She said she looked over and she saw nothing, and she was like, hey, buddy, like, is that your friend? Is that who you're pointing to? He goes, no, that's my sister. Just wait. I don't believe in stuff like this because I am the believe it to see it type person, but this story literally had me believing in ghosts. I'm just kidding, but it was insane. He basically told Abby that his invisible sister doesn't like me, and that's why he doesn't like me. A whole bunch of really creepy stuff happened that night, but this video is literally already 7 minutes long, so I'm just gonna get straight to the point. Mind you, this little boy was playing with the lights, flickering them on and off all night. Would not stop talking about his sister. Let me get straight to the point. We found out that he had a sister that he had no idea about that passed away in the womb. And we found that out through his mom after we had to ask her about what this little boy was talking about. After that incident, we did not babysit him anymore because she was really confused on how he even knew about her, and his own mother was really creeped out as well. So basically this entire time, his sister that had passed away in the womb that he had no idea about was following him around our house for over a year, or all the time that we babysat him. Because again, this 5-year-old little boy did not know that he had a sister. Peace out.
Get ready me while I give you guys a story time about how my teacher tried to call me broke because I wore Converse in the 7th grade. So basically, I had this one teacher that kind of gave hater vibes. I'm not even gonna lie. And she's a female. She kind of gave hater vibes. Like, she just gave one of those bummy teacher kind of vibes, you know, jealous, like you know when you get the vibe that a teacher is like kind of jealous of you. But anyways, so basically it was this one day where we were in a different classroom and I had came late. Like I think it was like second period because I think I had trouble waking up in the morning. So I came to class and comment this on guys For You page and let me know if y'all want more story times. Y'all, I'm wearing my black Converse on my feet. I still wear them to this day because they fresh. Like I don't care. Call me broke or whatever. Like I wear what I want to wear. Anyway, so I walk in the classroom and the teacher like gives me like a weird look. So I'm just like looking back at her like, girl, what is you giving me this weird look for? And I guess she had said something to me. She said, girl, anybody was even looking at you. You clearly was. Like, you clearly was. I'm not gonna start staring at you, like, out of nowhere. Baby, you was staring at me for me to stare at you. So, me and her start going back and forth because I don't care if you're a grown adult. You're not gonna be talking to me crazy. I'm gonna defend myself. I don't care who you is. Oh, I'm going to defend myself. Like, no. So I'm saying to her, girl, I don't even know who you're talking to. Like, you making a big deal like you're grown arguing with a whole 12-year-old. Like, girl, and stuff. And we were just arguing and stuff. And she was like, oh, you're broke. I make more money than you and your family. Look at what you got on. You got Converse on your feet. Like, girl, who are you to say how much money my parents make? First off, she don't even know where my parents work. And then on top of that, I don't even mention my parents in any conversations with her because I'm not even mention my personal life to her. So it's like, girl, you calling me broke because I got on Converse on my feet? Any other day, I'm wearing Jordans and stuff like that. Like, who? Like, come on. So I get home and I tell my parents. And my parents called the school the next day. And then me and the teacher had to have a little talk, a little meeting or whatever. And she said all that in the morning because her dog died. Her dog name was like Mr. Tinkles or something like that. Her old dog died. So it was like, girl, you call another student broke because your dog passed away? Like, that do not give you the right to be saying that to a whole 12-year-old and not even do anything to you at your big age. Like, I don't like that teacher still to this day. Like, girl. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Love you. Bye.